Okay, so I started my recording. Yeah, welcome everyone to our day 5 of Data Analytics with Synctellect. So in this session, we will be moving towards where possibly join with the basics and intermediate of Excel. So now I want to move on to using Excel for what? For data analytics. So in today's session, we will be working with Power Query, loading data sets into Power Query, cleaning it, from cleaning, moving towards analyzing and then visualization. So let's get sticked together and then let's make it worthy. So yeah, I think I'll be sharing my screen now. I'll not share my entire screen for a start so that I can bring my Excel up. So I'll say Excel. So Excel. I'll open my Excel app. And what I would do after bringing it up is I would open a new blank workbook and then I will import in my data. So yeah, let's pause for a while I import in my data. So now let me just, instead of sharing my whole screen, I'll be back very soon. Okay, yes, I'm sorry for that. So let us move on. So the first thing first, I want to get my data and I want to load it into Power Query. So I'll come to this data, get data from text or CSV. I'll be getting my data from possibly a text CSV, marketing data. Let's use the marketing data. I have on that desktop, I have Synctellect DA marketing data testing. So I'll just open this, import it in. I think we all can see what it's trying to do. So now it's trying to load it in. So now we have our data. Instead of loading it in directly, we try to transform. So transforming would open Power Query for us, and then we can try to do some editing, some cleaning, some filtering. So basic step of data analysis is collecting, cleaning. So by cleaning, you can remove duplicates, remove non-values, change to the standard types. So we have ID. So now let's start exploring one by one. So for you might not have, for this your view, you might not have all these. So just click on this view, column distribution, click it on, white space, click it on, column quality, click it on. So I can get this thing that I'm seeing here. So let's come back to our home. So now I'll be checking the each column one by one. So ID, just a unique ID for what? For each transactions, I guess. So not too much of an as also valid 100%, no errors, years of birth. So we have complete years of birth. Say let's say how we see their range. You can see from 1893 to what? 1996, that's their age. And now we have education, 100% valid, no error, no empty. Now you can see we have, just 5. Second cycle, basic, graduation, master's, PhD. Load more, I think that's all we have. So we can see cancel. This is correct. Marital status too. This is a very clean data, by the way. This is very clean data. We have these guys. Let's see, load more to see if we have more. Absurd, alone, divorced, married, single, together, widowed, YOLO. YOLO, what does that mean? You only look once. So we have that. Income. Now we say income now. We said income now. For income, we are saying we have less than 1%. We have empty. We have some that are empty. So now we want to filter out the empty ones. We want to remove empty. You can see remove empty. So we're going to be removing the empty from the what? From the incomes. Now we have 100% valid. You can see we've removed the empty. Now have 100% valid and some other stuff. Kids, home. Now check the data types too. You can see it is in correct clear type. It is in currency. So now let's see kid at home. These are numbers. So these are numbers. Teens at home. So kids home. That's number of kids we have at home. Number of teens we have at home. So date of the transaction, date of transaction per this customer day is also correct. We don't have any. We don't have any issues till now. Recency 100% valid. Mint wine. I think money made on wine, money made from wine, money made from fruit, money made from meat, money spent on wine. Yeah, money spent on wine, money spent on fruit, money spent on meat, money spent on fish. You can see most of them are 100% correct. Which we're not doing. We are this very clean. No too much of a and what do we call it on it? Cleaning on it. We don't have too much of cleaning on it. So this can make us just bring them in automatically and then try to perform some stuff. Note some data will have more and more things to clean. So now let's check duplicates. Yeah, let's check duplicates. So transform. In that transform, you should have remove duplicates. You should have if you see remove duplicates. So remove duplicates. So now let's come to the first row. Let's come back to the first row. Let's select everything here. You see remove duplicates. Let's see if there is duplicates. It has removed all our duplicates now. Even if you have duplicates, it has removed everything. Do you understand? So now let's just do what? Let's come back to our home. Close and load. Close and load. So it will close it now and load it into our Excel directly. It will close it and load it into our Excel directly. So now we have this. Got it. We have this. You can see marketing testing data, 222,216 rows. So that's what it's all about. And then when we get more data, we can easily just do what? We can easily just once more data are added to it, you can easily just come back to your query here, refresh. Once you refresh it, all the steps that we've done before, it does on it, and then you can just go on. Do you understand? So now this is our table. Now I think one of the things I want to start doing is we don't have a lot more things to do. We can just start to analyze to get some analysis. And now getting analysis is quite simple. We would to analyze we would work more with what? Pivot tables and pivot charts. Pivot tables and what? Pivot charts. So we are moving towards analyzing and visualizing now. So we'll say insert. We'll come here to pivot table, recommended pivot table. We even have recommended pivot table. You can see there are a lot of recommended pivot table, even without us trying to like say, okay, want to check this against this. There is a lot of recommended pivot table. So let's do this. Okay, where should we put it? You can see it's putting it on sheet 2. Now let's come back here. I'll come back. I don't want that presently. Delete this. I don't want sheet 2. Let me come to sheet 1. So insert recommended pivot table. Select our table range. We come to this guy. We say this. Okay. The range you picked can't be used as a data pivot table. You need to retain its own. Let's do select a table range. Okay, what's the name of our table? What's the name of our table? Say marketing data testing. I'm sorry. Marketing data testing. I'm coming. Let's see here. Data table marketing data testing. I'll copy this name. Let me come to my sheet now. Insert recommended pivot table. Click on this. Okay, you can see. So now you can keep doing it one by one. Put this one in first. So this one is saying income by country, like the income made from what? From different countries. Okay, I love this. You can add more to it. On sheet 3, what? I don't want to be on sheet 3, I want to be on sheet 1. I'll just rename it, by the way. I will name it later. So now, one thing I used to do, like which is okay, let me you can see I've imported that. Let's do more. Let's like import more recommended tables. Later, very soon I'll be doing what do we call it? We'll be doing. So which one we want to do? I want to do country, no country by is this already saying country? Okay, yeah. Sum of money made from what? From each product, from what do you call it? Education level and each product. You understand? So that's if you're using recommended tables. Now I don't even like recommended tables. It keep opening everyone for me in a what? In a new sheet. Which I don't like. I'll delete this. But it is easy to use recommended tables if you don't know what to explore. But we are data analysts want to explore as much as we can. I'm using recommended table. A minute please. I want to check something. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm back. So yep, let's just move on with that. So now let's say we want to create pivot table by ourselves, not from a table range. Now let's put the table range here. We'll do what? Marketing data testing. Okay. It will create the pivot table for you. You tell, okay, this is pivot table. Now put what you want. I can't even give it a name. Table. I'll not even give it a name now. I'll give it a name later. Okay. I'll give it a name later. Now it now tell you. It will open the field for you. Now the ball is now in your court. The ball is in your court. You are the one to drag what you want to fill into that table. So now let me check. Let me come here and explore the data. We have year of birth. We have year of birth. We have education. We have marital status. We have some income, kid home. So now I want to check. There should be profits. There should be profits. There should be profit somewhere. There should be profits. No profits. Okay. So I want to take the sum of their income. The sum of their income. The money spent on different categories of food based on what? Based on their education, marital status, and country. Now I have three tables: education, marital status, and their country. So first, let me do the first table first. I want to say education. Education will be my what? It will be my rows. You can see education because you drag and drop it. You drag and drop it where you want to put it. It will be my rows. So second cycle basics. Now let's come to the what? To income. I want to check it by income. I'll come to income here. You say income, drag it and drop it here. So this is some of income of people that are second cycle, PhD, master's, graduation. These are some. Now let's check the sum of their money spent on each stuff. Okay, now I have this. Simple. Instead of sum, you can also do some other things on it. You can say, instead of sum, you can say value fit sell things. You can say average. The average salary of their average salary. This is the average salary. You understand? So now I don't have to do this. Instead of creating it one by one, I will be copying and pasting and creating much more over time. So I'll just copy and paste, edit as I deem fit. So now I can say here, I can remove education and put what? And put marital status. You can see this is the marital status against what? Against their income. I can come here and put what? Try to space them because it can increase over time. I can come here and say instead of education, I want to put what? I want to put their country. I want to put their country. So you can see now, I now have three pivot table on their own. Three pivot table without me even stressing. But instead of putting this here, I will just control X and then I will drop it down here. I'll drop it down here. I'll say, yeah. You can see I have three pivot tables now. Now let's just check for more things that I want to explore. You want to see the amount spent on fish, the sum of money spent on fish, sweet products, gold. So this will be I want this to be my what? I want money. This money. I want to see the total amount spent on wine, fruit, meat products, fish products, sweet products, and gold products. I want to see the amount of money spent on them each. So now I'll come with this guy as a new what? As a new control. No, I'll say control C, control V. This is a good way to do it, for a very fast way to do stuff instead of doing it manually. So now, instead of saying this now, I'll say in my columns, I want what? And there's no big deal in try and error while doing this. There's no big deal in try and error. You can try to just try some things out. If it's work the way you want, okay, this is not working. Remove. Let's say 0, 1, 2, 3. No. Sum of money spent on wine value. Okay. The sum. So I want to add all these to it. Money spent on. So now, You can see now we are saying the sum of money spent on each food produce here. But now I think I want to transform it. I want to transform this. Instead of being like this, I want to transform it to standing as a row. Let's say pivot analyze. You can transform it. I'm trying to see where I can do that. Control T. It's not working here. Let's see how it would work perfectly. I'm trying to see how it could work perfectly. Okay, so I'm not saying a way to transform it. I'm not saying a way to transform it, but this actually how we could what? How we could possibly do what? Just show the sum of money spent on wine, meat products, money spent on fruits, fish products, and sweet products. Do you understand? So yeah, let's see more things that we can explore. What are more things? As an analyst, you should be able to like know what to explore and how to explore them. So yeah, let's see the amount spent based on dates. We have a date here. So let me try to use something related to dates. I think that will be much more. That was about like a time chart, by the way. So I will try to copy this, create a new stuff, and then I'll click off this and this. Yes. Yeah. This and this. Now I want to see what based on the DT customer as my role. You can see we have dates here. It's showing only years presently. Now I want to see what I want to see let's see number of complaints. Number of complaints. You can see based on each year, see the number of complaints they're getting from customers. So now we can expand this. This is expandable. You can expand it to you can see July, you can even expand it up to what do you call it? Up to some certain points. But then I don't want to I want to make use of what? Only months only. Instead of using July and some other stuff, let's use months only. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So let's just do that. Let's use months only. Okay. We could say value field setting. Some okay, no. I want to make this to only use months instead of using what? Instead of using months and instead of using years, only months. I don't want to see for them. Okay, yes. I've seen a very good way to do it, by the way. Okay, let me come here. So I will instead of I will remove this, remove years, remove it, I'll remove years, I'll remove quarter. Now I want to use months only. I want to use months only, remove it. So you can see this is the complaint gotten each month. Do you understand? Each month. So now we have like five different tables. So you can now see, okay, now we can now use these guys to what? To create a what? To create a visualization. That's a dashboard. Are we getting me? Let me see. Is my student still here? Is there anybody getting me, please? My head. Are you getting me? Is it making sense? I can't hear you if you're saying something. The pass of the So that is okay. I can hear you now. Are you getting it?
Okay. Yes, I'm with you. I'm following. Yes.
So you can see we have quite a number of tables now, things that we can explore. So you could, as an analyst, you would want to do more. You want to do more than what I've just done presently. You want to do more. You want to check as much as you can. You want to check as much as you can. You want to check as much as you can. And trust me, we will still move on to Power BI where we'll do more and more stuff. So now, for each of these one now, let us create a chart for it. For each of them, let us create a chart. So now let's say insert pivot chart. So this one is using our pivot table to create a chart for us. So let's say, okay, you can see this is a chart on its own. You can now see, you can see the person that is earning money most, average income is PhD, followed by masters, followed by second cycle is even greater than graduation. Do you understand? So I'll just lower this to make this work for this guy. And I'll call this what? Our analysis sheet. I'll rename it analysis sheet. So let's come to this guy. Insert pivot chart. Let us see what it can give us. Instead of this, let's do the bar chart. Yeah, I think I still prefer this bar chart. This bar chart does make sense. You can see absurd are the people. I don't know where data is gotten from, but absurd is people that are making more trends here. So here I would create a what? I'll also create a new chart. Let's say pivot chart that works for this perfectly. I would use an area chart. Area chart should work. Yeah, area chart. The area chart is even good for things that denote much more lines. You can see like a trend. So you can see at some point at the beginning of the year, people were complaining. At the middle of the year, people were not complaining anymore, and later people started complaining again. Do you understand? So that's pivot chart. That's area chart for this area chart. This is a bar chart. This is a bar chart. Both are bar charts, horizontal and vertical bar charts. So now this one, which chart will you select for this? I think I would suggest a pie chart for this. I'll suggest the pie chart. Oh, pivot chart. Let's see pivot chart. I'll suggest a pie chart for this. No. Okay. This one is trying to do something funny. So I'll say no. This is not that bro. Okay. Recommended chart. How the pie chart work? Okay, yes. These are on the rows. They are on the rows. They are on the columns. I want them to be on the rows. Oh my god, how do I do this? To be on the rows. Ah, ah. Mm, 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 mm. Ah, ah, ah. Let me change this one to continue the one. Change the table. Can't even change the table. Okay, I'm seeing what I could do to this. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to this. Okay. I think what I'll just do is a simple calculation. I think what I'll do is a simple calculation instead of stressing myself. I will say some products. I'll say product, and I'll say money spent, and now I will now use. I'll say money spent on what is this guy? Money spent on wine. We have from wine. So I'll be using formula here instead of what? Instead of pivot table. Wine. After wine, we have what? Meat. After meat, we have what? Fruits. After fruit, we have what? Fish. After fish, we have what? Sweet. So now we will say equals sum. Then we'll now come to our marketing data. Money spent on what? On wine. Enter. You can see we've seen the amount here. You can even reference this guy here. You can reference this guy, but to make our analysis more clean, I'll say equals sum. I'll come to getting data. After wine, we have what? Fruit. Enter fruit. Meat. We have meat. Sorry. We have meat equals some. After wine, we have meat. Am I right? Meat. After meat, we have fruits. Equals some. We have our fruits. Let's do for our fruits. Enter equals some. We have for fish. You can see fish. And equals some we have for what? We have for sweet products. So you can see we've gotten our stuff here, so you can do yeah. So now I'm not saying to a table. Now we can now say let's get a visualization for it. Pie charts. I would say donut charts. You can see now I have a donut chart that represents this guy. You can see we have different labels: wine, meat, fruit, fish, and sweet. You can see the one that I spent most on is the wine, followed by the meat. I think so. Yeah. So you can see those are different ways to achieve it. So now, average income, just use a pie chart for this. Use a pie chart for this. Then a bar chart. Oh, yes, we can actually use this guy. It can be created. You can use it. Let's see the recommended chart. Area chart is not something I would do. Okay, area or line chart. Line chart. I do prefer area charts more than line charts. Let's see if I see funnel charts. Water flow. No, stream map won't work too. Let's see. A line chart. A line chart. Let's just use an area chart. This is an area chart. Then you can see this is the ways where we can now you can easily see we can easily make some different insights from this guy saying, okay, this is what this looks like based on visualization. Something things I can't derive using your words, using your visual, your eyes only on the data. You cannot just check it like this now and say, okay, oh, it is marital people that are plenty here. They are the ones that have most income. It is master's students that are generating more income. But by analyzing them, we can like get a summary of what it looks like and then be able to use it. Does that make sense to every one of us? Does that make sense to every one of us? So I hope we got it to this aspect, and then we're able to use it perfectly. So please, any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any questions so far?
No, there are no questions other than you're being a little bit too fast, but I'm following.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No
Sorry about
problem.
that. So I think yeah, since I'm being a little bit too fast, let's pause here for today. Now our next session we'll now be discussing about what? About dashboards and how we can create a dashboard using Excel. And yeah, after that, I think that will be our end to Excel and also possibly our end to the bootcamp. We've learned a lot on the bootcamp. We've learned Excel for data analytics, and I will also be sharing a tutorial video to the group, something that we can take very, very much elaborate and a very good project. Like if you work on it, it's a guided project. It's a guided project, by the way. If you work on it, you will be very much more skilled and you will be able to like perform different projects on your own. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for joining. For those who are watching the recording later, thanks for have a nice day.
I want to say, hold on. I want to say, for the dashboard, are we using
Yeah,
Excel for the dashboard, or we're using Power BI?
I will show us how to use like to wrap up our Excel. We would do a dashboard in Excel. Power BI is more friendly for creating dashboard, but we can also do that using Excel, which I will show us. Do you understand?
Okay, I understand that. But then, if are you Do you have like the raw file for the Power BI, or you show us how to download it when the time comes?
Yeah. I'll show
All
you how to
right.
download it. This download Power BI desktop. You don't even have it
Okay.
installed presently. I'm not sure if I have it installed presently. I don't think I
Okay.
have it installed.
So
It's very
then
easy to download.
basically, okay. So then basically, it's just for you to like get your data sets or collect your data sets from whoever is giving it to you, and then you clean up the data, which is by you checking if there are duplicates, the null
Yes.
value, and the rest. Then after that, you analyze it by maybe that now you analyzing it now. It depends on the questions that are being asked, right? Like what you're
Yes.
trying to
Or the
derive
question that you
from
want to
that.
solve. Yes.
Yeah. So after that, you derive that, you have your table for it, and then after that, that's your pivot table. Then after that, you get your pivot chart. So now those pivot charts now is what you also insert in your dashboard that
In,
you
in,
use for
in Power
representation.
BI,
Yeah.
you're not working with pivot chart, pivot table. In Power BI, you won't be working with pivot chart, pivot table. You will just be creating your visualization directly. Like Power BI is very sweet, like very direct than
Okay.
people going on. You can just drag once you drag and drop directly, it can create a chart for you.
Oh, okay. Okay then.
And from what you said so far, I've deducted that yeah, you are paying attention to class and yes, you are getting it. You are getting it. I want to give you a
Yeah.
certificate like this, but I won't be able to give you right now.
No problem. Thank you
Okay,
very
thank you
much.
very much. Have a
Uh,
nice day. Please practice. And I'll be sending this. I'll be sending this file, the file that I use. I'll be sending it to the group so you can use it to practice. And based on that, you can use it to practice and send it in as a review what you've done so that I can see that you are actually making progress. And please remind me to send the guided project to you so that I can use it to practice.
all right then, I'll do that. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, everyone that is watching us. Subscribe, like, and follow.